Hello everybody again. This video is about the types of evidence or support that you can insert into the paragraph. Remember, this is number 4 if we go back to the exercise we were looking at before. So number 4 is inserting the evidence. It's basically here if you go back to that example in the exercise we looked at before. So it can be a quotation, we know that, but it can be other things such as an example and statistics, and you can use more than one type of evidence in one paragraph, you know, and you often do. So this is what we are looking at now, and to do that we are going to have a look at this chapter in a book. It's about the argumentative essay, and it starts on page 1. It says issues on campus. It's this, if you look at the top left up here, it says it's this file, argumentative essay part 1. There's part 1 and part 2 because it was a big file. Anyway, if you read it, that would be very good if you read the whole chapter, but you don't have to. But everything in there is good and quite simple, but it's good. But anyway, I'm going to use it to have a look at some good paragraph examples and look at the type of evidence that is used. So if we have a look at this, we'll scroll down and we'll go to one of my favorite little bugs here, you could say. What's that? Well, that is a pstoa. Okay, it's a honeybee, isn't it, or a ladybug? But I do like the word pstoa because it's very yeah, it just sounds like something that can sting you, doesn't it, rather than a bee. Okay, right, anyway, so this paragraph is all about the pstoa, and it starts here on page 285. So please, you're supposed to have read this already before you watch this video. So it talks about this. There are many reasons for restricting the method and quantity of pesticides used in farming, blah, blah, blah. And then it goes on to the next page, and we're going to see what types of evidence we have here, types of evidence and support. So let's have a look at the first speech bubble here, and it says here that we have an example. Yes, because it talks about in the case of the honeybee is an excellent example. So we've got an example straight away there. Yes, okay. And then lower down in the paragraph we have a cause. So when pesticides are used on food plants, however, honeybees carry out poison back to the hives when they, with the pollen they have gathered. So pesticides kill not only one bee but the entire hive. So that's the cause. That's what causes that to happen. And then we have lower down, we have effect. So you can have cause on its own or effect on its own, or cause and effect in the same paragraph. So it says here, without enough honeybees to pollinate crops, the amount of food we produce will decrease drastically. That's the effect. Yes, so we've got cause, that's the example, that's the cause and effect. In fact, this whole paragraph here, this whole paragraph is basically, if we have a look at this one, showing a process, a step-by-step process about how pesticides kill honeybees and reduce the amount of food that we produce. So if we have a look then about what we've just found out there, let's think about types of support and evidence. Well, we've got one there is an example, then 2 is cause, 3 is effect, 4 is showing a process. I'm moving quite quickly because with these videos we only have 10 minutes because then it cuts me off, so I've got to move quite quickly, and also you don't want to listen to me for hours on end. So let's move on to the next one, next paragraph. Well, here if you look at this page here, lower down, it talks about examples here, blah blah blah. You can have a look at that, read that. Here it talks about quotations, opinion of experts, so you can have quotations. Yes, or paraphrasing if you don't want to have a direct quotation. So you can have we'll put opinions of experts, and this can be, for example, a quotation, or it could be paraphrase or paraphrasing. Yes. Okay, we'll look at how that works in the chapter later. So I'm going on to look at the second file. It's the chapter that just continues basically. We're on to page 287 now. If we go back, because the paragraph kind of started here, sorry, right at the bottom. I think, let's see where it started. Yes, yes, it starts here on page 286. It says there are two drugs that are legal now, alcohol and nicotine. If we go to the next file that continues, and we go to the top of that, up here, where is it? Yes, it goes, and here in that paragraph we have a quotation, so that's quite easy. We know all about quotations. Yes. And then statistics. He quotes a recent survey stating that 98 million Americans had used alcohol in the previous month. So we can add statistics to our possible types of support and evidence. Very good. What else? Well, if we go back to the paragraph, I mean the chapter, what have we got? It's not opening. Yeah, there we are. So here we have more statistics as well. Okay, and then here